Everyone had a reason for the robbery, but why did only some of them wear the face paint? We take a look at Anthony, elite recon Marine, ran numbers for Kirby, has a daughter with one on the way, suffering from PTSD, out of work, becoming an alcoholic, loses girlfriend to cut. Jose, 1A drafted, means fit for duty. Severely injured his hand and was discharged, training in explosives. Part-time post office employee, married with children, hooked on speed, and he's an adrenaline junkie. And then we got Delilah, aunt to Anthony's daughter, leader of the Nat Turner cadre, revolutionary, has a crush on Anthony, qualified to handle the 45, 38, AK, and M16. Now, some would say that they're wearing face paint because they're closest to the bank, and they're the ones that's going to set it off. And you wouldn't be wrong either, but they have something else in common. You see, everyone else that's not wearing face paint, they don't really need to do the robbery. They just want to. They're doing it for themselves. Take Jose. He has kids and a wife. He's not just doing it for himself. And we all know Anthony's background, as I explained in my last video about PTSD. Now go watch, like, share, subscribe, follow my YouTube. Now he's got kids and he's got to make some money. But where does that leave Delilah? She ain't got kids. She doesn't have the same motivation like Anthony and Jose. Stay with me on this. When we're introduced to her, the book she's holding in her hand is Dark Symphony, Negro Literature in America. And it pretty much highlights racism, black struggles, resilience, and black cultural pride. With authors like Frederick Douglass, W.E.B. Du Bois, Langston Hughes, James Baldwin, Margaret Walker, and more. Most people first time reading this book is in college. This is a heavy time for the civil rights movement. The Civil Rights Act was just passed 4 years prior in '64. Malcolm X was assassinated the following year in '65. The Black Panther Party came into national spotlight in 1967. As a matter of fact, it's cold and they're talking about graduation year, so that tells me that they're in the second half of the year. And Dr. King was just assassinated only a handful of months ago. So she's motivating herself with cultural pride and education. And next time we see her, she's jamming in Juanita's room.
Get out.
Another matter of fact, Fred Hampton was assassinated at the end of that same year in Chicago. And because of that, the Black Liberation Army was formed. And it wasn't about holding hands across America being all peaceful, no sir. The government killed that whole idea. So it's no wonder she grows up to be an activist. She looks forward to the revolution.
Will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised. The revolution will be no rerun, brothers. The revolution will be live.
A few years pass and we see her again giving a condescending welcome home to Anthony.
Thought you were going over to the communists. I think if you were smart, that's what you would have done. I mean, it's not your fault you've been brainwashed by America. At least you made it back alive, right?
You know, hello, how you doing? That would have been real nice before you got off into all this political shit.
And now she's a leader of the fictional Nat Turner cadre. And for those of y'all that don't know who Nat Turner is, he was like,
Come on! There you go.
Hold up. This nigga jumping out of trees.
but look up Nat Turner, Nat Turner's Rebellion. All right, the cadre is a Marxist group. Marxism is a philosophy that explains how class struggle leads to revolution and aims for a classless society. While communism is a system where there's no social classes and everything is shared equality. So think of Marxism as the blueprint and communism as the house that you're trying to build. And you see, to her, Marxism and communism, they were real solutions to the greed and oppression that had kept black folks struggling for generations. She was ready to fight. She was ready to fight for it, no matter the cost. Her revolution wasn't about asking nicely,
Anymore, we asked 10 years ago. We are hungry, please let us in. We are hungry, please let us in.
It was about taking back what was stolen and building something better for her people.
So now what do you think we're gonna do? Ass picking the lock, coming through the door, blasting.
And she believes in it more than anything. Plus, her passion and love for Anthony, and let alone he's now single, makes it a no-brainer for her. 3 masks, 2 families, 1 revolution.
Power to the people!
Power to the people!